Welcome to my channel, SL Medium. Please remember that this video is for entertainment purposes only. All right, everyone. I had a technical issue, which is quite interesting. I'm guessing, like probably halfway through the reading, so I had a lot of cards. I have all these cards out, and for some odd reason, I realized that after 2 seconds of the reading, the first reading that I did, after 2 seconds, for some reason the camera stopped. And I don't know how it stopped, because that's the camera from my laptop. So given that I'm not that tech savvy, so far that's what I've found to be the best way to record these videos. So I'm gonna do this all over again, but I decided to keep the same cards, and I'll just go one by one. Okay, so the question, basically what I wanted to check on was the energy of the freedom movement, which is now that the siege in Ottawa has been pretty much taken away, but that hasn't changed, so I wanted to check on the energy of the freedom movement, because now it's become a freedom movement, considering that it's pretty much across the world. And I think it was this week on Thursday, because today is February 26th, 2022. And I think it was on Thursday, which would have been February 24th or 23rd. It was on the 23rd. On February 23rd, that the People's Convoy, or I think it's the People's Convoy that left, I never remember the name of the city in California, to drive all the way to Washington, D.C. to be, and like their goal is to be there for March 5th. So I wanted to check on the energy, and so the first, I'll go with the sequence that I had before. So the first 5 cards, the first 4 cards that I got were the 6 of Gabriel, which would be the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Raphael, which would be the Ace of Cups, the 6 of Michael, which would be the 6 of Swords, and the King of Ariel, which would be the King of Pentacles. And basically, with the first 3 cards, the kind of energy that I get, and what I'm drawn to, is on this one here, there's congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Then a positive new experience, and then the end. It's the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so from this one, I'm just getting a positive energy, like very positive energy, in a sense that although the siege in Ottawa was taken down, the siege in Ottawa being taken away didn't stop the movement. It didn't stop the movement. If anything, it expanded across the world. It expanded across Canada, expanded across the world. And I'm also getting that it sent, interestingly enough, like, Canadians are known not to be they're not not to be the ones who initiate conflict. Canadians are known for that. We are known for that. And in a very peaceful way, Canadians actually initiated not a conflict, but initiated or opened the door to a resolution to what could be a conflict across the world. And so, but what I'm getting from this card, especially this card here, what I'm getting is that although the convoy was broken apart, although the siege in Ottawa was broken apart, it successfully initiated a freedom movement. So that's what I'm getting from this card. Now, the second card here is a positive new experience. So in spite of the fact that the convoy was, in spite of the fact that the siege in Ottawa was broken down or taken away or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't change the fact that the convoy opened a door to a peaceful resolution, and now it is sort of snowballed into kind of a loving movement. In a sense, it's snowballed into the world opening their eyes. It snowballed into basically the world saying, if the Canadians can do it, so can we. And so it is a good experience in the fact that it is a movement that has not promoted violence yet. In spite of a lot of things, it has not promoted violence, and if anything, it doesn't wish to promote violence. So this is what I get from this one, and it actually creates, because I'm drawn now to the two dolphins that are on the card. You can't see them, but the two dolphins that are on the card, and I'm getting that there's been such great communication about the peaceful way the protesters are doing what they're doing. There's such a peaceful way that it's a movement that is on the right track. It's a movement that has not necessarily done the wrong thing, in spite of popular belief. And this card here, Six of Michael, I'm drawn to, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm also drawn to the dog, which I'm getting is a symbol of loyalty. I'm getting the boat here, although, and I'm getting the boat here is a symbol which is connected a bit with the ocean. It's a symbol that although the convoy movement, or the freedom convoy itself, the concept of the freedom convoy, although what I'm getting is this ship has sailed, the freedom movement, the transition between the freedom convoy and the freedom movement, the freedom movement's ships are coming in. So what is at the basis of the freedom movement is on the right track. it's on the right track, and it is to, it really is to, I see the sword here for Michael, and it really is to protect the world from some kind of darkness. And also, maybe for those who are more biblical, the loyalty part, the symbol of loyalty I'm getting has to do with whether people are loyal to God, to the light, to divine, to the universe, or not. And here, and I'm checking the time to be sure that this hasn't stopped. Yeah. And interestingly enough, as I was looking at the time, I saw 10:10, and I'm getting have faith. So, and this one here, so this one, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. It really means that in spite of everything that went on with the siege, in spite of everything that is still going on, it doesn't change the fact that the movement is on the right track. Now, for this one here, I am drawn to your plans are working very well. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. I don't know if I need to say any more to this, but what I'm getting drawn to is the staff here that the gentleman has in his hand. And what I'm getting from this, and on top of what's written on the card, is that it was high time that the populations of the world, and the reason I say the populations, I'm talking about the populations of every nation, but it was high time that the populations put their foot down. So yeah, so that's what it is. After this, I have the Ace of Ariel, which would be the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm drawn to, it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, whatever. Okay. It's more important, it's your lucky day. This one popped out. And what I'm getting from this is that for those people who used the freedom movement, or who are using the freedom movement, because let's remember that this reading is for the, and maybe I didn't say that, I haven't said that yet, but this reading is for the first half of March. So will I be called to do another reading next week? I don't know. But for now, it's for the first half of March. And what I'm getting is to be careful, because some people have used, so far, some people have used this freedom movement to, they've used this freedom movement to sort of, how could I say this? To take advantage of it, to enrich themselves with it. So they sort of saw an opportunity for an opportunity to be greedy, or an opportunity to become famous. And what I'm reminded of, or what we're reminded of, is, especially at this time, we're in a energetic cycle of karma and justice. So because we're in this energetic cycle for, again, the next more than 18 months, we're in this energetic cycle of when we do something for the wrong reasons, the light, God, the universe will make us pay for it faster, much faster than normal. Like normally you would say, okay, well, karma is not going to hit me for another 10 or 20 years. In the energetic cycle we're at now, karma can hit you much faster than you expect. So it's really what we're reminded of is whatever it is that we do, to make sure that we do it because we want to serve, we want to help heal the world, rather than to collect more coins, rather than to collect more coins, or to collect more stardom, more fame. Okay? And that's what I'm getting from this, is that it's important to be careful, because although it seemed like although maybe for some people it may have seemed like, oh my gosh, like I can make a ton of money with this, or I can make a ton, I can get a ton of fame with this. These are low-vibing energies. Greed and fame are low-vibing energies, and they can bite you in the butt faster than your head can spin. So what we're reminded of is, if what you do is to help heal the world, it's to help show the world what's really going on in the world, then go ahead, keep it up. That's a high vibing energy. You just want to help. But if you're doing it because, oh my gosh, like if I actually move my if I move my things around, I can pocket $1,000 a week just posting on YouTube. Be careful. Be careful, because that's an illusion. It's ephemeral. It doesn't last. And not only that, but it doesn't come from a place of love. It doesn't come from a place of altruism. It comes from a place of greed and fame. So that's what it means. And then you would probably say, okay, but hey, you're doing a reading on freedom movement, which started off as a freedom convoy. You're doing a reading on freedom movement, and you're doing it on YouTube, probably 1 subscribers. And mind you, you have no idea just how grateful I am of the number of subscribers that I've had so far on this channel, and the numbers of likes. You have no idea how grateful I am for those. I don't think I've had any comments in the comment section yet, but I've had emails, so I consider them like comments, and subscribers and all that. I mean, I'm eternally grateful for that. I never expected it. I'm really, really grateful for that. But the reason that I put my channel together was really to bring messages, to channel messages. I did it for myself. All right, sorry everyone about that. I had to, I had to make 2 parts of it because I ran out of disk space. So where we left off, where I was right here, basically saying that although the freedom movement has given perhaps an opportunity for some people to help, to serve in their own capacity, to help heal the world through showing what's really going on in the world. it's important to pay attention to the reasons that you do it. Or to pay attention, there's a fine line between wanting to serve and realizing that serving and showing whatever is going on with the world, realizing that doing so can make you rich. So it's important that what we're reminded of is to make sure that what we're doing it from a place of altruism, for wanting to help heal the world, rather than from a place of greed and fame, wanting greed and fame. All right, so that's the one. After that, when I shuffled the cards again, I got, because I wanted to know if there was more, if there were more messages that we needed to hear about the energy of the freedom movement. And I got this major arcana here, which, so this one, obviously I was drawn to the word divine guidance. So I was drawn to divine guidance, and also to the first sentence, which is the search for meaning in life. What I'm getting from this is that it seems that some people are on the fence. They might support the movement, but there are people who don't support the movement. Yet the most confusing thing here would be there are people who support the movement and are not sure why they support it. And there are other people who don't support the movement. There are other people who don't support the movement, but they can't explain to you why they don't support it. So it's kind of this card. This is reminding us that wherever, like whatever place you come from, or whatever your standpoint is, or whatever your point of view is on the whole movement, this is reminding us, I guess, the energy, or God or divine, or the light, or the universe is reminding us to be courageous enough to ask for guidance, or ask for clarity with the universe, with God, with divine, with the light. Ask for clarity. I'm getting that somewhere deep down, every human on the planet, somewhere deep down knows what is good and what is bad, what is fair and what is unfair, somewhere deep down. And so I'm getting that it is sort of that, it's sort of that source. You can call it the source too, but it is that source that will, connecting with that source will allow you to understand the point of view that you have, or the confusion that you have. Okay? And it's part of the energy, because I'm kind of seeing both sides, as those who are involved in the freedom movement and those who are outside looking on, looking into the freedom movement. And after that, I get these three cards here, which is, I mean, this card ties in perfectly with this one. We're reminded to connect with source, or connect with God, to understand or figure out what it is exactly that we believe in, or that why it is that for those who don't support it, why it is that you don't support it, and for those who don't for those who support it but don't know why necessarily, that it's not clear why they support it, then to really connect with source, connect with God, to figure out what the confusion is about. And this one here, the King Gabriel, which is the king of wands, I'm drawn right away to keep your eyes on the big picture. So this ties in very well with this one. It's, although we are, as humans, we are down here. Some of us are looking on to what's going on. Some of us are involved in it. We are also reminded to ask ourselves, well, why do you think all of this is happening? Not necessarily why is all of this happening to us, but why do you think this is happening? And it can be a question to ask divine, to ask source. It can be a question to ask the universe, why is this all happening? What is it that perhaps humanity has done in the past? What is it that humanity has done so far that would create this type of, that would create this this determination, which was initiated by a group of simple humans, but this determination to keep it going? Why? Not why is this happening to us? Is God angry at us? No. But why? What lesson are we going through as a collective? What lesson are we going through as a worldly population to be faced with these kinds of things? And again, the freedom movement, from what I saw here, the freedom movement is on the right path. It's on the right path. It seems to be like here is the kind of the positive, and here is kind of the more challenging aspect of it. Then we get here the Four of Gabriel, which is the Four of Wands, and right away I'm drawn to time for a celebration. So I kind of separate all of this. And this one I feel is more connected to this, or maybe, connected to, I'll put it here. Connected to here. That's what I feel like. So these two are connected in a sense that to connect with Source or God, to figure out why, what is it that we're learning through this, and then from asking ourselves the question, and again, this is the energy for the first half of March. So from asking these questions, obviously, I don't know if it's the same for you, but when you ask a question, when I ask God a question for clarity, the answer doesn't come right away. Because often when we ask a question, it's the question comes from a place of anxiety. And so God's going to wait for me to be in a place, in a high vibing emotion, or a high vibing energy, to answer me, to give me the inspiration or the answer through whatever sign. So asking the question, what I'm seeing here is that in the first half of March, for those who will ask themselves, who will connect with God or connect with the universe or source, to ask the question, why are we going through this? Give me clarity on my point of view on what's going on. And what I'm seeing is toward the end of this first half of March, not the end of March, but toward the end of this first half of March, what I'm seeing is that clarity will come. Clarity will come, and it will help. Not only will it help. Not only will it help with the understanding of what's going on, but it'll help with every individual on the planet being able to move forward. So does that mean that the freedom movement will die? No. If anything, it's from what I'm getting all this here, if anything, from what I'm getting, it's gonna grow even bigger. It's going to expand even more. So even though, to connect with all of this, even though the siege in Ottawa was broken down, it created an energy that wishes to be expanded, to be extended to all worldly populations. And it has opened a lot of people's eyes. And what God, or what the source wants, is for even more people to be awakened. So that's what I'm getting from this. What I want to know is if there's any more messages that we need to hear. Okay. If there's any more messages that we need to hear about the freedom movement for the first half of March. Are there any other messages? Whoa, okay. Oh yeah. Couldn't get more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. This just comes to confirm what I just said. We have the sun, so most like the happiest, I guess, yeah, the happiest card in the deck. Again, it ties in with where did we see this? It's the light at the end of the tunnel, the Six of Swords, Six of Michael. Okay, so yeah, it's the light at the end of the tunnel, and not only that, but we have the world. It's moving forward. So it just ties in with what I just said, that there's a happy ending. It's not necessarily an ending. And if there is some sort of an ending, it's only going to create a new beginning. But this is telling us to have no fear, because it's moving forward. It's moving forward. It's expanding. It's extending. It's couldn't be more on the right path. So I'm getting now, stay tuned. And they wanted earlier, I was getting, just as I was shuffling, I was getting to shuffle the daily guidance cards, just to see. And obviously, I've only looked into the Freedom Convoy. If ever any of you wish for me to look into the energy of what's going on in Eastern Europe, like in Russia and everything, I can look into it. But for the moment, and I have to be honest with you guys, I wanted to record a video on, do a reading. No, there's no daily guidance coming out of this. So, all right. So this is it. Stay tuned. This is the first half of March. And if ever I feel called to do another reading next week, I'll do one the same way that I did one last week, and I hadn't planned to, but I will do it. And if I'm called to do it, I will do it. If there are any questions, comments, please feel free to either put them in the comments section or do like some other viewers. They've emailed me. So please feel free to do that. Please feel free to like the video, share, subscribe, ding the bell if you want to be notified when you want to be notified for new videos. And I guess on that note, I will see you next time. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. If you like this video, please feel free to click the like button, share, and subscribe if you have not done that already. Any additional information you might need is in the description box below. Feel free to email me if you do not find what you're looking for. Videos should be posted as often as on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, so consider hitting that bell to be notified. And on that note, I will see you next time.